Hi everyone, welcome back and Happy New Year's. This January plan with me is going to be a bit different than my regular plan with me's, just because part of it I did actually do off camera while I was off of work, so I wasn't filming anything, but a part of it was also filmed, so it's going to be a bit of a mixed bag of things. So I'm just going to be sharing with you kind of how I plan for January. You're not going to be seeing me physically do this, but you are going to be seeing me do the vision boarding and things like that I actually did film. So I hope you enjoyed the video and let's get started with the January planning. Okay, so let's start with the planning. So this is my iPad. I have the 12.9-inch M1 Pro iPad Pro. So that's the 2021 model. Also, the case that I'm having here it's from Pitaka. I worked with them in the past, but I absolutely love this case. It can actually fold up in different ways, as you can see with this here, which is just really helpful. So yeah, I will have a link to this if you are interested in getting it for yourself. And then for the stylus, I'm just using my Apple Pencil. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the planning. So as you probably already know, we're gonna jump into GoodNotes. Here are the two planners. I have a whole video covering both of these planners, all the setups that they have, just sharing with you the planners that I'm gonna be using in 2024 if you wanna check that out. In there, I also give a sneak peek of my setup for 2024, like my January planning. But I just wanna share with you in this video my January planning that I did. I started off the yearly planning with the vision board for 2024, which I will put a time lapse of so you can see what I did for it. I find all my images off of Pinterest and I just find ones that really spoke to me about what I wanted for 2024 as a whole. And then I just added those into this vision board section. I also made a black square in Procreate and lowered the opacity and added that over the images so I can add in the text for 2024 and have it stand out. So it just kind of dimmed the rest of the images so that stands out. But I'm actually really happy with how the vision board turned out for 2024. It's always just a fun creative thing to do. So I'm just gonna jump to January here. Here we have my monthly layout that I've done. So in this planner we have here a calendar view and then you just have some things here at the bottom. So in January I just added in New Year's and also just when I am still on holiday. So just that line there. So next week Monday I'm actually officially starting. It's actually the first that I'm filming this. The stickers throughout this video is mostly from my sticker pack that I make mostly for Plan With Me's. So I will link them in the description if you're gonna get them for yourself. It's this kind of setup. So I have one for summer of December if you're in the southern hemisphere, and then winter in December. And then I also have some for fall and spring as well. So if you wanna go get this for yourself, I will have those linked. But yeah, that is the first row. And then I also just have the video that I'm planning to post this week. This video was a bit unplanned, so that's why it's not on here. Then we just have some other videos, and the blank ones here are just ones that I don't actually know what I'm posting on those days yet. I also just added in back to work there, payday, and then just again some stickers from those sticker packs. Then for goals, these are just the goals that I have: work out 3 times a week, post 2 YouTube videos per week, and then minimal spending. So those are the ones that I've set for this year. It's not very in-depth. We'll get to the more goal tracking pages, but also my personal goals I kept more private, so those you won't see here. These are just more career related goals and then just very minimal spending. That's just obviously everyone wants that. And then we have just what's going on this month. It's just some things that I know are happening or that I want to get done in this month. Then for my inspiration section, I just love putting in any stickers that I just like the look of, that just make me happy. But all of these are from Pinterest except this one here. This is from a wallpaper that I actually have, which I will link in the description when you get it for yourself. But these two are from Pinterest. This one I made into a sticker using Apple's sticker feature. So that's a more traditional calendar planning for January. Then we have January goals. So we just have your intentions for that month. So I just set that, and then also what went well last month. So with goals that I had previously, what kind of went well with that. And then you just have for each goal a little section. So work out 3 times a week, like I already mentioned those. But you also have a start date and an end date or deadline, which I didn't really set. These are just things that I always want to kind of work on. And then we also have action items to achieve those steps, so kind of breaking it down into more achievable steps. So you can just write out all that, and you can tick off. Maybe it's a one-time thing, you just want to kind of try how you're doing. You can go ahead and do that. And then you'll just have here a progress bar at the bottom, which you can progress how far you are with that goal and how that goal is going. The next up, we have the January vision vision board, which I'm just gonna show you after the time lapse, but this is the time lapse of me creating this vision board. I just went on Pinterest and found some images that really spoke to me about like kind of what I wanted to focus on this month, and just things that really appealed to me, that inspired me. So I just found those images on Pinterest and I just outlined them into a collage here. And then once they were laid out, I started adding in just a few extra things, so just some stickers just to make it a bit more aesthetic and pleasing to the eye. And then lastly, I added in some words that just kind of was what I was envisioning for that month. So mindful, focused, and happy. I'm actually new to creating vision boards, but I've just really been enjoying making these and just trying out the whole vision boarding thing. It's not something I take too seriously, it's just something really fun and just something that makes you realize what you actually want for that month. Then we have my habit tracker here, which obviously I've not started. It's the first right now, so I can probably fill this out maybe tonight, but you just have your goals here that you can fill out and you can just go ahead and color them in. And then you just have some goals here at the bottom and what's going on this month in inspiration. I actually still want to do the inspiration section for this for January. But yeah, that's just inspiration for habits that you want to track. And then lastly, we have January budget. I actually don't do this until like the end of the month because that's when I get January's pay, I guess. So that it will probably happen later in the month. So that is my budgeting, which I have not done yet. So that is the basic planning that I did for January. Also, I want to show you the book tracker, which I have not done yet. So it's this reading journal here. Again, I will have these planners linked if you want to go get them for yourself. But here you have January, which I haven't filled this out yet, but you just have a calendar here that you can fill out. I'm not sure yet what I want to track with this calendar, if anything. But you can also write your TBR for that month, which I think is really nice. And you can also add vibes, like the books, the vibes that you're going for. So you can go ahead and fill all that out here in this book journal, which I will be doing. And then that's basically it for the planning of January in this book journal. So you know what, let's go ahead and fill this out for January. So these were just some books that I'm planning to read. I'm very much a mood reader, so I don't even know. Maybe I'll find something else on Kindle Unlimited or something that I want to read throughout this month. But that is kind of like what I'm planning on reading. Currently, I am just like 2 pages into Powerless right now. Then vibes, I guess we'll find on Pinterest. And here are the vibes for the book. I basically just searched up some of the book and the aesthetics of them in Pinterest and then just added them in here. Coincidentally, they're pretty much the same kind of vibes to them, more fantasy related. But yeah, that is the vibes and the TBR for January. I think I'll use this maybe like to track when I read a book. So maybe if I know I'm reading Powerless today, this is a Monday, I can write it in there and I can probably write when I finish the book, things like that. So I'll probably fill this in more throughout the month. So yeah, that was just the TBR. Maybe I should just add a little highlighter in here just to add a pop of color. Much better. So that was all my planning for January. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I know the format of this video is a bit different just because I did most of it off camera, so you didn't see a lot of it. But I hope you enjoyed the parts that were on camera, the vision boarding and just the reading journal and all that. So I hope you did enjoy some of it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.